but it was always for the sake of business. So he would help people rather than have to stay in the begging model. Right. He would help them become sustainable.
To me,
is that one of the most beautiful things in the world?
It's so beautiful, and I learned that word sustainable as I'm getting very close to being kicked out of kicked off a trip where we went into Guatemala to build a school. Mm-hmm. And there's a group of us. We all go together. We're going there. We're getting dirty. My wife and I, we financed the school, but we wanted to go get dirty too. So we went in and got dirty, and we do a tour through the village and the hills and things like that. And we went to their huts. And I went into one of the huts, and there was a little girl. It was smaller than this room. The whole hut was smaller than these four walls right here. And in the corner of one of the corners, there was a fire. And the fire is where they had the pot, and that was their stove. And I get emotional thinking about it because there was maybe a 9-month-old baby sitting very close, and it scared me. Yeah. And I'm like, she's sitting too close. If one of those pieces of wood falls and that water tips out and falls on the baby, and the teenage girl that was there, and it was during the day, she went at school, maybe 13 years old, on her back was a 2-year-old kid. So she was in charge of these 2 kids. And I was just terrified to leave them. And I said, you know what? I'm buying stoves for everybody.
Isn't that great?
And they said, well, yeah, I thought it was great. And they said, Johnny, you can't do that. And I'm like, no, I'm buying who's going to stop me? Who's going to tell me what I can't do with my money? And the next day they set me down. I had a group meeting with everybody and said, hey guys, they're coming against me right now. I need you guys to stand with me. I need to be on one accord. They're telling me what I can't do. We got your back, Johnny. Now these kids were from Brooklyn and they're from the street. So we got your back. And they pulled me aside, and a few of the volunteers that came multiple times, they said, Johnny, you can't. And I was like, what do you mean I can't? He said, because it's not sustainable. And I was like, what do you mean?
Great.
Yeah, my heart was in the right place.
Your heart was great.
And I said, well, what do you mean it's not sustainable? He said, Johnny, if you buy this family, just say you do it for this one family, when you leave, the hell that family's going to have to go through. Because they're going to be wondering, what did you do that he bought you a stove? What did you do character-wise? And they're going to be shunned by the entire community. And then I started understanding we have to help them build this atmosphere where they can sustain their life and give them something.
That is the key, helping people become sustainable.
I swallow my pride, man.
We are together. Mm-hmm. We're working with what we call the Boom Foundation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Powerful. We had a goal to provide 1 million servings of proper nutrition to some of the most vulnerable kids in the world by the end of 2019. We reached almost 5 million.
Are you serious?
Because of the generosity of all those involved. I mean, it was awesome. Incredible. But here's the thing. So many times people come up to me, how can I help? I want to get involved with the Boom Foundation. And my response at the beginning is, I appreciate your heart. Love your heart. Help your family become sustainable first. Mm-hmm. You want to be a radical giver? I support that. I hope people see radical givers when they look at Karen and me. It's hard to be a radical giver when you're not sustainable.
You see them ranks popping,